Oh, yeah.
And now, our feature presentation.
We do teach against interracial marriage, right? But you ask the question, why do we teach against that? Because when we were in Africa and the slave trader, John Hawkins and others, came to bring us to America, the woman that was there, standing by our side the whole time, was the black woman. The white woman wasn't there. The Hispanic woman wasn't there. The Asian woman wasn't there. Is that right? When they put you in the dungeon and they starved you for 3 to 5 days before they put you on the slave ship to make you weak so you wouldn't fight back. The white woman wasn't there, seeing how you felt after being starved for 3 to 5 days. The Asian woman wasn't there. The Hispanic woman was not there to comfort you in your hunger. All praise is due to Allah. When they put you in the ship and they change you and they pack the ship that could fit 300, they put 600 on the ship. It's called tight pack. When they had you cramped up in those little spaces, white woman was not there to comfort you on the slave ship. Hispanic woman was not there. The Asian woman was not there. Y'all with me? When you arrived here, you were on that ship for 8 to 12 weeks, suffering for 8 to 12 weeks, losing your mind for 8 to 12 weeks, jumping overboard for 8 to 12 weeks, right? Even fighting back on some of the slave ships. The white woman was not there. Are y'all with me? When you came here and they put you through a process called seasoning, meaning you came wanting to fight, right? You came as a warrior, as a soldier, but they had to put you through a process that would make you a punk. It's called seasoning. You understand? Where they tortured you, where they raped you, where they beat you, and if you didn't bow down, they killed you. White woman was not there. Is that right? When, after 310 years of the most brutal slavery that any people have ever experienced, the white woman was not there. Are you with me? When you were beaten in slavery, she wasn't there praying to God that the slave master stop beating you. She wasn't there with tears in her eyes because you got beat by the slave master. When they poured salt into the wound after they beat you, she wasn't there to comfort you. She wasn't there to put medicine on your back. She wasn't there when you tried to stand up and they murdered you. She wasn't there when you plotted to run away, to escape to the north where you thought it would be some freedom. The white woman was not there. You understand what I'm saying? When the black woman is the one that helped you escape. After slavery, when they instituted sharecropping, and you worked all day and night, and you could never get out of the debt that the white sharecropper or plantation owner put you in. The white woman was not there to comfort you in those days. You understand? When they instituted the black codes, saying 3 of y'all can't stand together. You can't be outside when it's nightfall. You can't walk down the street with a stick in your hand, because that was considered a weapon. White woman wasn't there. You understand? When Jim Crow, which lasted 125 years, where you had legal segregation, the white woman wasn't there when they said you couldn't come in the front door of the restaurant. The white woman wasn't there when they said that you couldn't come to this movie theater. You understand what I'm saying? The white woman wasn't there when they buried your dead grandmother in the black cemetery because they refused to put her in the white cemetery. You understand? Then when they started to lynch our people, white woman wasn't there. But guess who was there the whole time? The black woman has been by our side the whole time. So now, and I am wrapping it up, I just want to read to you something real quick. The reason I'm bringing this up is because there's a rapper by the name of Waka Flocka. Waka Flocka said something very important. He said loyalty before royalty. So if the black woman has been loyal to us, then what should our duty be by the black woman? We should be what? Loyal to them. Listen to this. After learning of the lynching of her husband, Mary Turner, in her 8th month of pregnancy, vowed to find those responsible and swear out warrants against them and have them punished in the courts. For making such a threat, a mob of several hundred men and women determined to teach her a lesson. After tying her ankles together, they hung her from a tree, head downward, dousing her clothes with gasoline. They burned them from her body. While she was still alive, someone used a knife, ordinarily reserved for splitting hogs, to cut open the woman's abdomen. The infant fell from her womb to the ground and cried briefly, whereupon a member of this Valdosta, Georgia mob crushed the baby's head beneath his heel. Hundreds of bullets were then fired into Mary Turner's body, completing the work of the mob. But what was Mary Turner doing? She was standing up for the black man. Are y'all with me? So now, during the civil rights movement, the black woman was by our side. Like Waka Flocka said, loyalty before royalty. The Honorable Louis Farrakhan has the ability with the word of God to bring us as black men and women together to make us love and respect one another, whereas we hated one another. The Honorable Louis Farrakhan, if we're Republican or Democrat or independent,